Hello, Houston. I was just about to say good morning, but actually it's lunchtime. It is afternoon, and you're listening to the Catholic Lunch Break. So grab your food and get ready. We're going to catch up on everything Catholic in Houston. My name is Tim Mott, and like I said, this is the 1 hour a week where we focus just on Catholic stuff in Houston. We don't worry about the outside world. That's not entirely true. The outside world affects us here in Houston as well, and we're connected with the rest of the body of Christ. But we do want to talk about the stuff that's local here, relevant to you right now. And so thank you very, very much for joining us. I'm the general manager of this radio station, and I get to be your host this every Monday at noon here. And if you're listening on the podcast, hi to you as well. We also have a live video where you can see us talk as well as hear us talk at our website. Also, youtube.com/grnonline and facebook.com/grnonline. Our website is grnonline.com, where you can find all those links as well. Hello, David, my producer, David Magallanes. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Tim. So I just want to say thank you to all our listeners out there and supporting, listening to Catholic Radio. It's great to be with you today. And, Tim, I'm excited for our show.
Very, very excited. We've got Sarah Cortez and Bernadette Drabeck representing the Catholic literary arts, talking about poetry contest coming up this Lent that middle schoolers can participate in, and others with some awesome prizes as well. Talia Romero from the Young Adult and Campus Ministries of the Archdiocese of Galveston-Houston. More Lenten opportunities, especially for young adults, which I can't relate to young adults anymore. I turned 40 last month, and so
what
sorry, I'm not a young adult anymore.
Yikes! Yikes!
No, it's going to be great. The thing is, now that I don't remember anymore, do young adults actually want to be called young adults?
That's a great question. We'll have to find out.
We'll ask Talia about that.
Yes.
So let's go ahead. We don't have Carol today. Carol's not able to come in, but our Cristo Rey interns, Leonel, Luis, and Lorenzo are helping run the board, the cameras, everything. Cristo Rey is an awesome school. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you
guys for being here.
Thank you so much.
Let's open with prayer like we usually do. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Remember, O most gracious Virgin Mary, that never was it known that anyone who fled to thy protection, implored thy help, or sought thine intercession was left unaided. Inspired by this confidence, I fly unto thee, O Virgin of Virgins, my mother. To thee do I come, before thee I stand, sinful and sorrowful. O Mother of the Word incarnate, despise not my petitions, but in thy mercy hear and answer me. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. So, David, we often do like a catch-up over where we were last week and over the weekend, but I don't know where you were this last weekend, because this is the first weekend since Christmas that we haven't been selling car raffle tickets at a parish.
So, Tim, that's an easy answer. I was at home.
You were at home?
Yeah. How about yourself?
I was enjoing the weather. I went out, we had a board game day with some friends over at their house, so that was fun.
Okay, I went to a birthday party, and so that was fun. So I know you will recap the car raffle here in a few minutes.
Yes.
But we did get a chance to stay home and relax.
Okay, but I just bring that up because that's the first weekend since Christmas that we haven't been at a parish. But we want to keep going to parishes all across Houston, all across the entire listening area that we are covering right now, which includes some of Beaumont and I think maybe almost some of the Victoria Diocese as well. But if you would like us to visit your parish, we won't be selling you any car raffle tickets. We're just going to be there to shake your hand, to let the congregation know about Catholic Radio here in Houston, give you a free bumper sticker, and just connect and build up the body of Christ. We would love to come visit your parish. Send me an email or give me a call. You can find the contact information at the website, grnonline.com, and tell your pastor about it, that you would like to have Catholic Radio come out. There's 150 parishes in the Archdiocese, and you would be surprised at how many people do not know that this station is here. The one that you are listening to right now. You're listening because you love Catholic Radio and you love learning about your faith. There are so many other people out there who don't know it yet. So ask your pastor, hey, has Catholic Radio ever been out here? Well, if not, let's get us out to your parish and let us introduce your friends here. So the big news, of course, everyone's thinking about Ukraine right now. Now, I'm no expert on that, and we're not covering national news here on this program, but I didn't want it to go by without at least acknowledging that Pope Francis and Cardinal DiNardo have asked us to offer up our Ash Wednesday penances this year for the situation in Ukraine, where the war is on the ground there, and you probably are following the news about that, so you don't need me to tell you about it. But did you know that we have a Ukrainian Catholic church here in Houston?
I did not know that, Tim. That's awesome.
You didn't know that, David?
I did not know. Did you know that?
I did, because we broadcast about the Slavic festival. We've got the Ukrainian Catholic Church, we've got the Czech churches, we've got the Polish churches. So the Slavic festival happens every now and then, and the Ukrainian church is part of that.
Okay, good.
But I had not looked them up or reached out to them about being our parish of the week yet. So this morning I gave a phone call over there, left a message. Maybe we'll be able to get Father, I think it's pronounced Mikola on the air. If you would like to learn about our Ukrainian Catholic Church, don't pester them about the war right now, but check out their website. It's pretty cool. Pokrova.org, Pokrova.org, because get the name of this church. I've never seen a name of a church like this. It's the Protection of the Mother of God, Ukrainian Catholic Church. So not just Mother of God Catholic Church, it's the Protection of the Mother of God, Ukrainian Catholic Church, and seems like an apt name for right now.
It does. It does. So, yeah, I did not know that, Tim. So that's really great. And hopefully we'll get the pastor in.
I'd love to. So hopefully he'll reach back out to me. Tuesday is Election Day. Please vote. I did my voting early, so.
I need to go. So, Tim, I'm going to go vote tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
you just got to work an extra hour and you make up for that.
I got you.
And then Ash Wednesday, of course. Are you ready for Lent?
I think so, Tim. I've been kind of thinking about this, and I listened to Father Hezekiah on our show that we produce here out of Houston, Face to Face.
Yeah, so you're talking about the 4 o'clock on Thursday show.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Father Hezekiah from the Institute of Catholic Culture. I actually really like that one, the 4 o'clock on Thursday. So what are you referring to?
So he suggested we do vegan diet.
Whoa, not just giving up meat, but like go full vegan.
Full vegan. I had to do a research on that, Tim, and I'm backing up a little bit, and I think I'll just eat fish and vegan.
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian, whatever, but I'm going to try that.
That's going to be your Lenten penance.
Yes.
Okay, hardcore, man.
I know, so I'm going to try that. So a lot of tuna fish, a lot of fish. So how about yourself?
I'm thinking I'm just going to do the meat thing. Now, the church only requires now, since Vatican II, that we fast on Ash Wednesday, Good Friday, and that we give up meat during the Fridays of Lent. But I think I'm going to try and do the whole no meat, all Lent.
No meat.
Yeah, that was the traditional fast.
Right.
And so I think I want to connect to that tradition. I want to see if I can do it.
Yeah, well, it's good. And the other thing too is almsgiving. So I'm gonna
prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. Those are the 3 pillars.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna really try to focus on that. I have a lot of stuff. So, for example, a lot of clothes that I don't wear or don't fit, and I have a rule: if I haven't touched it in a year, I should give it away.
Okay, so there you go. Like giving away stuff, a little more minimal living for you, and it can bless somebody else.
Yeah, I hope so too. So I'm going to try to focus on that.
Corporal works of mercy there. Spiritual works of mercy too. We need to look those up. Corporal and spiritual works of mercy. Maybe we'll talk about that during Lent sometime.
So here's an easy question for you. So where did the ashes come from?
Oh, I know this one too.
Okay.
It's the palms from the previous year's Palm Sunday. Like after Palm Sunday, you get to keep those palms, and a lot of people put them up behind on their prayer corner or something all year. You bring those in the next Quinquagesima or something, and then it's burnt for the ashes.
That's a lot of palms.
It is.
Like who's keeping all these palms, right?
Well, the church probably keeps some of them.
I don't know where.
I've got mine. Yeah.
I've got mine, but I guess all the parishioners are asked to bring those to the church, right, and participate in this.
It's a beautiful thing because it's a cycle. It connects this year to the previous year, and I love how so many minute things, so many small things in our church liturgy have such meaning.
The details and the tradition. Yeah. So
well, that's why we do our Smells and Bells segment with Father Reynolds.
Right.
The first Monday of each month. So what's that? It's going to be next Monday.
Yeah, I'll ask Father about that.
Ask him about the palms.
Where are those, Father? I want to see, where do you keep them?
Okay.
Are they in your office? Where are they at?
Okay, so we've covered like the big news, but the really, really big news is the winner of the car raffle. I've had people asking me, hey, is the car raffle over? Who won? You didn't listen on Friday? Oh, come on. We did the raffle drawing live on the air Friday morning, 7 a.m. That's probably why you weren't listening. It was at 7 a.m. You were just waking up then. But it was fun. It was absolutely a ton of fun. The Catholic Drive Time crew They connected with our Midland office where all the raffle tickets were being sent, and we got to watch the video, which is on our YouTube channel right now. So after this video, you can go find that one. I think it's called like a GRN Car Raffle giveaway winner. Just search for it on GRN online, and the winner is. Do you have a drum roll ready?
I do not.
Well, just do the
there you
hand
go.
one. Okay, so the drum roll. The winner is Clarissa Gonzalez from San Antonio. And so I really wanted it to be a Houston winner. But San Antonio, congratulations. I'm sure Clarissa is going to be very happy about that Mercedes. And we are very happy that you were supporting our radio station, our radio network, really, by purchasing those raffle tickets. You're what keep us going.
Tim, I do want to mention that this was our best car raffle ever.
I know you got to you got to format the report for it. So this actually, how many years have we been doing this? 8 years? 9?
That I'm not sure.
9 years now, I think.
Something like that, right?
About 9 years on the car raffle, and this one is the best yet.
It keeps improving every year.
Wow.
And so that just blows me away. So, dear listener, thank you so much for supporting this fundraiser for us. Because as Tim has mentioned, it kind of carries us through from the Christmas Share-a-thon to the Spring Share-a-thon.
Yeah, because there's a big gap there between November and March, and so we need that car raffle to fill that gap. And it's not us, it's not our efforts that are making this grow. It's you that are buying the raffle tickets because maybe you just bought it because you wanted the Mercedes, but you're really supporting the gospel going out over the airwaves, and it is thanks to you that we are able to keep doing this.
Right, and so for the first-time buyers that supported and bought some tickets, thank you so much. It was really fun for me, Tim, for us to go out to the parishes, and also so I'm going to send out a couple of thank you emails out there. So bear with me; I'll get those out in a couple of day or two. But thank you so much, for our parishes, our volunteers.
Which volunteer did the best on selling it?
All right, so I've got two.
You got two? It was a tie?
Yeah, roughly a tie. So
Okay.
Kim Sunderman and her family, and Carol Herrera.
Oh, we know Carol. I mean, she's not here today, but she's normally here with us on the show. Way to go, Carol. And Kim Sunderman, she was selling at the Charismatic Center, right?
Right.
Awesome. Excellent work. And we had a ton of other volunteers who did smaller amounts. It really is a team effort. And we did the different parishes as well. Do you remember which one had the highest amount of sales at a parish?
I think it was St. Justin Martyr.
St. Justin Martyr.
And then you had a close second.
Close second. Oh, Corpus Christi.
Yes.
Yes. So shout out to both Father Paul Hovanetz at St. Justin Martyr and Father Tom Smithson at Corpus Christi. You guys rock. Thank you so much for supporting, promoting the radio station there at your parish.
Exactly. And Tim, as we're working through the week, guess where I'll be on Thursday?
That is the Bishop Rosado Golf Tournament. And what are you going to be doing there?
I'll have a table out there, and I'm going to greet all the Catholic golfers here in the Houston area, and maybe I can get a bumper sticker put on their golf clubs or on their golf bag. But it's this Thursday, March 3rd at Wildcat Golf Club. Tim, I think there's still openings.
There are still openings?
I think so, and teams. So please go to their website. I just went to their website. Boom. It's really easy to sign up, and so it starts at 11. But so they'll have breakfast. They've got great gifts, Tim. They've got really good things for you as a participant to receive, and they'll also have a dinner as well.
Okay, excellent. So we talked about that one with Amy Shields because this golf tournament, the Wildcat Golf Tournament. Wildcat Golf Club, Bishop Rosado Golf Tournament. This supports St. Dominic Village, which is our Catholic assisted living facility here in Houston. It's really great. You can go back in our archive at grnonline.com and find that interview if you like. But as there's still openings available, David's going to be there. You would definitely want to get out there if you can. Though I think you put together a team, so they're certainly not going to win because your team is going to be the top slot, right?
Oh, I like what you did. So yeah, that's a challenge for all my Catholic golfers out there. So there is an AM 1430 KSHJ team led by Joel Matthews. So when you go out there, go talk to Joel Matthews, but he is our team, Tim, and I'm expecting a trophy.
You're expecting a trophy?
I'm expecting a trophy, Joel Matthews. So we got this team out there, but my Catholic golfers out there, come and say hi to me. I want to, shake your hand, and I want to say thank you.
And you can sign up at St. Dominic Village Dominic.org, I believe. St. Dominic.
I'll put that
on
on our website.
Okay, great. Put it on the show notes there.
Exactly.
Excellent. So that's a great transition to our sports report. Do we have a Catholic high school sports report today on this beautiful, beautiful Monday?
I do, Tim. So let me get started on that. So, hey, Dave, the sports guy here, rolling out your Catholic high school sports report for the Houston area. So let's start with boys basketball and the playoffs. St. Thomas Eagles lost by 1 point to San Antonio Christian Lions. Straight Jesuit Fighting Crusaders lost a close one to Clear Falls Knights. St. Pius X Panthers lost to Antonio Prep Apaches. Rosado Falcons lost to St. Michael Crusaders. And O'Connell Buccaneers defeated St. Gerard Royals. And now for girls basketball and the playoffs. St. Agnes Tigers lost to Antonian Prep Apaches. Incarnate Word Falcons lost to Bishop Lynch Friars. And St. Pius X Panthers also lost to Antonian Prep Apaches. And that's a wrap of this week's high school sports report for the week of February 21st. Keep your radio tuned to AM 1430 for next week's recap of Houston's Catholic sports. And now back to you, Tim.
That's great. A lot of losses there, but it's wonderful to hear about it anyway. So when we come back, do you know a young adult? Are you a young adult? Are you looking for something to do this Lent? Are you looking to grow closer to God? We have exactly the opportunity for you. So keep listening to the Catholic Lunch Break, where we catch up on everything Catholic in Houston, right here on AM 1430 KSHJ.
Southeast Houston Cardiology is a proud sponsor of your Catholic radio station, and the doctor is in. Southeast Houston Cardiology has been serving patients with heart disease and vascular disease with up-to-date, compassionate, and comprehensive care for more than 20 years. Southeast Houston Cardiology has 2 locations, Webster and Pasadena. You can contact them online at southeasthoustancardiology.com or 281-338-4004.
40 Days for Life is honored to welcome pro-life champion Vice President Mike Pence to the Woodlands, Texas on Saturday, April 2nd, and you're invited. Get tickets or a table of 12 at 40daysforlife.com and join the world's largest pro-life grassroots organization for this historic night. What started in Texas with one peaceful prayer vigil is changing the world. So come celebrate life with Mike Pence on Saturday, April 2nd in the Woodlands, Texas at 40daysforlife.com.
Hi, I'm Claudia Garza. I am an insurance agent with Farmers Insurance, serving West Houston and Katy. And I am a proud sponsor of this Guadalupe Radio Network station. Catholic radio is truly food for my soul. I sponsor 1430 AM because I want to help evangelize. You can reach me at my office, 713-780-4841, 713-780-4841.
Are you in 6th, 7th, or 8th grade? Are you enrolled in a Catholic school or Catholic homeschool network in the Galveston-Houston Archdiocese? You can enter Catholic Literary Arts Middle School Poetry Contest. This year's theme is a spiritual works of mercy, and guess what? The Poet Laureate wins $500, and the contest begins February 1st. Go to CatholicLiteraryArts.org for details. CatholicLiteraryArts.org, where you learn to write with spirit.
You're listening to the Catholic Lunch Break, where we catch up on everything Catholic in Houston. My name is Tim Mata, and joining us today is Talia Romero from the Office of Young Adult and Campus Ministries at the Archdiocese. Talia, welcome to the Catholic Lunch Break.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So good to have you here. Is this your first time on radio?
This is.
Yes, I love introducing people to the magic of radio. We're talking to all of Houston right now. Plus, you got the podcast people, and I'm really going to make you nervous because people in the future are listening to you as well. No, I'm just joking. So,
hello there.
Well, let's do a little greetings from the past. Let's get to know you a little bit. Who are you? Where do you come from? Are you from Houston originally?
I am, yes.
Oh, really? What neighborhood did you grow up in?
Southwest side of Houston.
Okay,
Yeah.
so around the Sharpstown area, maybe, or
a little more towards Missouri City.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I like that area. So did you grow up Catholic?
I did. I grew up Catholic. I grew up Catholic since I was a little girl, and my home parish is Holy Family in Missouri City, Texas.
Okay, I love Holy Family because I used to live just down there towards Missouri City, and that was the closest one where I could get to. We'd go up to Our Lady of Walsingham for like our main masses, but whenever I needed a quick mass, I would head up to Holy Family. And the thing that absolutely blew me away about that parish was that in a lot of places you have a lot of diversity, but the ethnic groups will kind of stick together. Like you have the Africans over here and the Hispanics over here. But at Holy Family, it was completely homogenous, all mixed together. Like there was no ethnicities sitting next to somebody that was just like them. It was a beautiful thing. Did you feel any of that when you were there?
I do feel like that.
Yeah.
I participate in the Spanish community there with choir.
Yeah.
But I am very involved, and all of us come together. And what I love the most is our Pentecost service. When we have that, we have a big celebration, and all the cultures come together.
Nice. Well, you got to tell Father Sonny's still there, right?
Yes,
You got to
correct.
tell him to come be on my show. I mean, we got to feature every single parish eventually.
So I'll tell him.
So that's very cool. How long have you been with the Young Adult and Campus Ministries office?
Yeah, so for the Young Adult and Campus Ministries office, I've been there for 4 months.
Okay. You
Yeah.
liking it there?
I do. I love it.
Angie treating you okay?
Yes, she
yeah, I
is.
mean, you could tell on the radio here. We're gonna get people on here.
No.
Angie's great.
It's going great.
We love Angie. Okay. So what's your main thing there? What do you do? Is it events or people or what?
Yeah, so there's various things that I do. One is events, and another is parish-based young adult groups, Spanish and English. Yes.
Oh, okay. Now, so you work with Spanish and English. Do you notice a difference there, or is it just simply the language is the only thing that changes?
I believe our culture is different too.
Okay.
Yes.
What's that like?
So
Yeah.
living our faith in Spanish, like we like to praise and worship and even dance when it comes to that. So I think little things like that
Yeah.
very differentiate us. But we all come together as in communion.
Do you end up contacting like every single parish, or is it just a few parishes that you're mainly dealing with?
Well, we have several young adult groups that are already established, and so I try to visit their groups, either they're in English or in Spanish.
So what do you do when you visit one of the groups?
See what they're doing, see what's going on, what their needs are, how can we help them.
Yeah.
So-
Anything that kind of stands out as a group that you were like, oh, this one's really awesome. They're doing some unique stuff.
Yeah, so I visited St. Anne's Young Adult Group. They're the one on Westheimer.
Yeah.
And they, so usually young adult groups, they have like a meeting every other week or every week. Theirs is different. They have several events, and they divide themselves into 4 branches: service, sports, and all that. They even have like a little league where all these young adult groups come together. So it was very different visiting their group.
Okay. Very, very cool. Very cool. So, why do we divide people into these age groups? Like I was talking with David at the beginning of the show today, maybe the listeners, if you just tuned in, we're talking with Talia Romero from the Office of Young Adult and Campus Ministries. So I'm like, well, why do we put the young adults all together in a group and say, well, that they're different than the older adults or the middle adults or the different demographics? Like, what is it about young adults, and do they think of themselves as young adults?
Well, we have different needs. I'm a young adult myself, and it's different from an older group of people.
Where do you draw the line?
So it's from 18 through 39.
Aha! Yeah, see,
Yes.
I'm not a young adult anymore. I turned 40 last month. So.
Yeah, so it's if you're going to college, if you're in school, or if you're in work, definitely we do different things than older people do, and that the youth do as well. So we like to it's not that we like to separate ourselves, but we also like to be a part of our own little group, knowing that, hey, we have different needs. Like I'm in school, I work at the same time, and yeah, so 18 through 39. I think it's a big gap. I think it's a big age range, but we definitely come to ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. So we're here today to talk about a specific event that you have coming up on March 26th. Now,
That's right.
describe this and tell me what you're expecting to happen on March 26th.
Yes, so we have the Young Adult Day, the Archdiocesan Young Adult Day. This has been happening since 2014. Started with the theme of Mercy Without Boundaries, and we've continued this. This year it'll be on Saturday, March 26th at St. Thomas More Church in the southwest side of Houston. It's open to all young adults ages 18 through 39, and specifically this Young Adult Day is a Young Adult Day of Service.
Day of Service. Okay.
Yes.
So it's kind of a Lent theme there.
Yeah. So the theme of the day is come to know love, surrounded by the Gospel of John, to love one another. And so the core value, of every Christian is to be someone that can give love and to know love. And during this time of Lent, we're going to come together as young adults to give back that love, put that love into action, and do a time of service. We're going to, so the day starts with Mass, and then we'll go into a time of service with an organization called Rice Against Hunger, and we'll be packing meals with them, and we hope to pack at least 25,000 meals that day.
25,000
Yes.
meals
Yes.
in one day.
Yes.
With okay, how many young adults do you expect to show up?
To do 25,000 meals, we need 150 young adults to be there, or more, hopefully.
Okay, so only
Yes.
150. We can do that. I was like, you need 25,000 people to show up. I mean, I don't know. So, but I'm curious about this theme, come to know love, because it sounds like how do young adults, experience this a kind of agape love that the church really focuses on, that really God is. How does that express itself in the life of a young adult?
Well, I think it's really easy for us to love those that we know,
Mm-hmm.
but it comes hard to love those that, hey, maybe have done something wrong to us. But as a young adult, it's putting our faith into action and knowing that our Lord Jesus Christ gives us so much mercy and so much grace to be able to come together and know his love.
Mm.
And if we know his love, we should also share that same love and give it back to each other. And come to know love, I mean, it comes from John, love one another. It's hard,
Mm-hmm.
but it can be done.
Have you found any times in your life where that you didn't see that love, and then you said you grew up Catholic, so hopefully this has been kind of formed in you from an early age. But did you see any progression in your own life of you didn't have that love, and then it came, and you're like, now I do? Is there any time like that stands out to you?
Definitely, I can really say in my teenage years, I went through a health. I went through something really bad with my health, and I definitely knew that God's love and His presence was with me.
Yeah.
And from then on, I know that He is there and He's with me. He's blessed me, and although I might have some rough patches in my life, His love is always present.
Was that other people serving you and helping you through that health situation that kind of showed that love?
Right. I was very involved in the Catholic leaders in the Office of Youth. I attended a lot of their events, and one of them, it was the same time I was going through this health problem. And them being there for me really impacted my life. And that's also why I am here today. I'm in the Office of Young Adult and Campus Ministry.
Yeah.
That's one of the main reasons is I want for everyone to know Christ. And if I can bring one young adult to come and know Christ more, then it's all been done there.
Yeah, so you get to kind of pay it forward now. Like God, you've been changed yourself.
Yes.
And you want to continue to serve that, and you get to do that as your day job. I mean, that's one of the fun things, David. I love working at a Catholic radio station, because it's like my day job and my faith life. There's no disconnect there. They're all the same thing. So that's really fun. I actually really admire people who have like a secular job where there's no support for your Catholic faith, but you are living a Catholic faith at work. Not like shoving it down people's throats or being obnoxious about it, but you're being faithful, and your job just doesn't support you there. That's really cool, and so thank you for listening today about that. Talia, sorry, I got to get the accent right there. Different people pronounce it in different ways. Talia Romero. So about this young adult service day, where Rise Against Hunger. What is Rise Against Hunger? Is that like a different organization?
Yeah, so Rise Against Hunger is a movement that comes together to feed the needy and, give the basic needs to those that need them. And we went with Rise Against Hunger to do this because they're able to help us with a big group of people. So
right.
us hoping for 150 young adults, we needed someone that can provide what we need to be able to do this.
Okay, so these 150 young adults, they're going to show up, and they're going to be there at like 8:30 in the morning on this. It's a Saturday, right?
Yes.
So what does the schedule look like throughout the day?
Yes, so we'll have Mass, and we'll have a time of service with Rise Against Hunger. We'll have lunch, building community together, and then we'll be having speakers. Our English speaker will be Angie Pimetto, our director,
good.
and in Spanish is Dr. Messias Pedrosa. He's a professor of UHD. but he's also a community leader, and he concentrates on social services at St. Charles Borromeo Parish.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I know Angie, of course, and I've seen Dr. Macias on our Facebook group. He posts in there sometimes, so that's really neat. And what is you said the theme is Come to Know Love. Do you know what the talk is going to be kind of about, and is it going to be kind of interactive as well?
The talk, it will be interactive towards the end, mostly with Q&A.
Yeah.
But yes, the talks will be surrounded on the theme, which is come to know love and loving one another.
So not only do you get to act and do the love by making the lunches for Rise Against Hunger, but also then you get to discuss it as well. So how can people sign up for this?
Yeah, so if they visit our page, it's www.archgh.org/YADAY, which is Young Adult Day. They'll be able to register. It'll take them to a C-Vent registration. The cost is $35 for early bird before March 12th, and after that it'll be $45. And this includes lunch and a T-shirt too.
Oh, you get the T-shirt too. Who designs the T-shirt?
We have a company that helps us with that.
Good.
Yes.
So it's going to be a nice, awesome T-shirt there. Wow. Okay, so I'm taking a look at it right now. YA Day for Young Adult Day. archgh.org/YA Day. Yeah, here you go. You should go to this website. You got the video right there. You got the registration link, and maybe this is a good time for someone to bring a friend along with them.
Yes.
Yeah, Tim, I just wanted to jump in real quick. Talia, so, if you're making a pitch to somebody that's listening for the first time and hasn't heard about this organization, or a parent's listening and may pass this on, so what is it that you like about this? I mean, what is it that just makes your heart so filled with love? What is it that you can share that with somebody that may go for the first time?
Well, it really is a time to come together and build community as young adults, especially if you're Catholic. But if you're not Catholic, you're also invited to attend. Building community at our age, I think, is very important, and coming together, especially to do this and put our love into action, and with this act of service that we'll be doing is just great. So.
And as a young adult, other fellow Catholics that you might get to meet new people and make friends, right?
Yes, of course.
Right. Well, good. So, Tim, you'll have to turn in your card.
I know.
And, and
maybe you'll let me come as an exhibitor.
Exactly. I'll ask if there's an Office of Old Adult.
There is an Office of Aging.
We have an Office of Aging, yes.
I'll get to interview them, too.
All right, sounds good.
So, Young Adult and Campus Ministry, you do all kinds of stuff all throughout the year. I'm just scrolling through the website here. You've got the Catholic Bioethics for Young Adults, the Synod on Synodality, getting the Catholics involved, young adults involved in that, Cafe Catholica Light, and all kinds of other stuff. Is there anything else that you really enjoy that you maybe like in the future you'd want to come back for and tell our audience about?
Yes, we actually have a sneak peek for World Youth Day.
Ooh, really?
2023. It will be in Lisbon, Portugal, and we'll be having a sneak peek. Where it will be, what it will be, how much will it be, and so the Archdiocese is trying to take a group of young adults there.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
This will be on next Tuesday, March 8th. It'll be through Zoom, so if they visit our website, they'll be able to register.
And that's the archgh.org/YACM. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you got your phone number right there on the website as well. YACM for Young Adult Campus Ministry. Talia Romero, thank you very much for joining us on the Catholic Lunch Break. Where's your favorite place to eat in Houston?
Ooh, well, there's this new place called Urbe Houston.
Really?
Yes, it's really nice.
Where is it?
It's Uptown area.
Okay, and what kind of food do they have?
It's Mexican food by Chef Hugo Ortega.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So the name of that one more time?
Urbe.
Yeah, and they're not a sponsor or anything. This is just your personal recommendation for our audience because this is the lunch break. So there you go. Yeah, try out a new lunch place. When we come back, we're going to be talking with Catholic Literary Arts. Sarah Cortez, you know her well if you're a regular listener. And also welcoming back to the Catholic Lunch Break, Bernadette Drebeck, the principal of St. Rose of Lima Catholic School. This is an opportunity for your middle schooler to win $500 by writing some poetry and learning about the spiritual works of mercy. So keep listening to the Catholic Lunch Break here on AM 1430 KSHJ.
Hi, I'm Joel Matthews, business owner and partner with TRO CPA. I'm a proud sponsor of this Guadalupe Radio Network station, and I think you should be too. As Catholics, I believe we should put our money where our faith is. And as a CPA, I help small business owners make wise decisions about their money every day. You can find out more about what I do and why I sponsor KSHJ by going to my website, trocpa.com. That's trocpa.com.
A friend of mine went in for his cancer treatment and found there was no blood or platelets available for his treatment. Holy Rosary Church is holding a blood drive on Sunday, March 13th from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. This is in support of Indy Anderson cancer patients. The donor coach will be on site across from the church. To schedule an appointment, please visit our Holy Rosary Midtown Bulletin. Please ask your pastor if he might like to host a blood drive at your church. Give the gift of life.
KSHJ is sponsored by the Knights of Columbus Rangel Agency. For over 130 years, the primary mission of the Knights of Columbus has been to provide financial security to their members and their families, offering life insurance, long-term care insurance, disability income insurance, and annuity products. The Knights of Columbus are your shield for life. To learn more, find your agent, or discuss agent career opportunities in the Southeast Texas area, please contact General Agent Tony Rangel at 281-931-9100.
Hey, Dave the Sports Guy here, and I'm inviting all the golfers in the Houston area to join me at the 18th Annual Bishop Rosado Golf Classic on Thursday, March 3rd at the Wildcat Golf Club. Come join me for golf, fellowship, food, and fun while benefiting St. Dominic Village. This golf tournament starts with registration at 11 and finishes up with awards and dinner. Again, it's the Bishop Rosado Golf Classic on Thursday, March 3rd. For more information, go to the website stdominicvillage.org.
You're listening to the Catholic Lunch Break on AM 1430. This is the place where we catch up on everything Catholic in Houston. One of the my favorite things in Houston is the Catholic Literary Arts. Now, I want to take some credit for the formation of Catholic Literary Arts because I was the one who introduced Sarah Cortez to Larry Massey and kind of got the ball rolling on that. Sarah Cortez, welcome back to the Catholic Lunch Break.
I am delighted to be here, Tim.
It's so good to have you back.
Yeah, thanks.
You're a regular here now, and actually this came about because
lucky me.
You took the time to write into the radio station and just was it a question or like a comment that you had?
You sent a question out by email that said something. You asked about. Why do you listen to Catholic radio?
I was just getting testimonials. I wanted to get the experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I sent an email, and I just recently begun listening. And I said, after decades of not listening to the radio, I am now listening to Catholic radio every moment I'm in the car. And I'm so excited. You know, it's changing my life. I'm on and on and on. I was very gushy, right? Because I was very happy to have found Catholic radio.
Well, and that's what I'm looking for. When I find excitement like that, I'm like, hey, you need to come record with me.
So you just sent, and I didn't know you at all. I didn't even know what you look like or anything else. And you sent me back a real quick email, and you said, well, it sounds like there's a story behind this. Would you like to come in and record your story? So I did, and I came in and talked about, growing up Catholic and leaving the Catholic Church and coming back to the Catholic Church, but then what an incredible difference the shows on Catholic radio were making in my life.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff here. We're the most unique because we get to talk about Houston stuff, but really there's so many good shows that are really life-changing. So excellent. So I'm glad that you're back. After that, you are an author and a police officer, and then you went on to found Catholic Literary Arts. So what's the elevator pitch for Catholic Literary Arts?
So the elevator pitch is Catholic Literary Arts exists to give a home to writers of faith. Our particular joy is being Catholic, but we're open to, all our programming is open to all people of goodwill. We have classes both in person and virtual for children, teens, and adults about everything they need to learn to be an excellent writer, or to enjoy the glory and the timeless wisdom of the Catholic literary and intellectual tradition.
Which is very rich.
Which is extremely rich.
Best writers in the world are Catholic. Yeah, my daughter just finished reading Dante, so it's like,
wow. Oh yeah. Dante is a fountain from which everything after Dante springs.
Basically,
for writers of faith.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether they're Catholic or Christian. But anyway, so my joy, our joy, is being Catholic and having a solid faith base as well as solid teaching skills.
Mm-hmm.
So we only hire professional teachers to teach, and we just, anyway, nobody's job description is better than mine.
That's
what can
awesome.
I say?
So we'll talk about some of those
Yeah.
programs a little bit later on, but I want to also welcome back to the Catholic Lunch Break Principal Bernadette Drabeck, the principal of St. Rose of Lima Catholic School. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
Yeah, it's great to have you back here. We've done a few interviews, I think. Was it 2 or 3?
Yes, you helped me get $1 million, if you don't recall that.
Awesome.
Because I came on this show and said,
I really am the best, aren't
does
I?
anybody want to donate $1 million to our building? And we actually got that donor. So
Oh my gosh.
it all started here a
Wow.
long time ago.
That's the best thing. And I was there for the opening of that
I
building
need to
too.
up my game.
Yeah. just put it out there. Just put it out
That's
there.
all you just got to
What
ask.
would Catholic Literary Arts do with $1 million?
We would transform America.
Okay, good. So if you want to transform America, give Catholic
Yes.
Literary Arts $1 million. But so Bernadette, how are things over at St. Rose of Lima? New building going well and everything?
It's great. We're gonna up our enrollment this year. The long story is I was retired from the University of St. Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
and we had 98 students at that school. When a priest called me and said, "Hey, Bernard, they're closing your school," I'm like, "What?" And so, long story short, today we are at 435, and I think we're going to be up to 450 next year.
From 98 to 450, that is quite some growth.
It's amazing. It's an amazing building, but it's nothing without the teachers.
Now, what grades do they serve?
Pre-K 3 through 8th grade.
Okay, so up through middle school there, and St. Rose of Lima. That's over in the Heights for those who aren't familiar with it. But we have some really good Catholic schools. What's your elevator pitch for Catholic education in general?
You need it.
Of course, we need it.
God is your number one subject, and without it, you're going to be lost.
What I like to say is that you don't want to go to a school that ignores an entire dimension of reality.
Mind, body, and spirit. That's
Tim
what
ignores it or deliberately silences it.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's
Even worse. But
the
I'm
other
giving them the
thing.
benefit of the doubt on that.
Well, we do need to be charitable.
Catholic
Yes.
education educates the entire student. It does not leave their spirit and soul out of it. So that's awesome. Bernadette Drabeck, you are here with Catholic Literary Arts because you're going to be the MC for a particular event coming up that we're going to talk about. But have you worked with Catholic writers before in the educational process or anything?
Well, I work with students every day.
Yeah.
So, yes, they do a lot of writing for us. We're a writing-based school because I came from a writing-based school. I came from the University of St. Thomas. So I knew how important it was to instill that value, and that's what we do. And if they can write about God, then they can build a relationship with God.
Okay. So, Sarah, the programs that we're talking about, one of the flagship programs that you have is this Fearless Catholic Writing Camp that happens in the summer. I just wanted to put that bug in people's ear right now because those kind of fill up fast, don't they?
Oh, parents, you need to get out, turn on that computer and go to the website and fill out a registration form. We established a base year 4 years ago for Fearless Catholic Writing Camp, a 1-week intensive at the University of St. Thomas. And every year since that first year, we have grown an average of 50%, including the weirdness of 2020 in the economic shutdown.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, we were in person again at UST. We had to shut down enrollment, and this is after I hired and trained an additional set of teachers. So we're anticipating vigorous enrollment again, and we probably will have to shut down enrollment early again. Okay. So I very much encourage parents who have a child who's between rising 3rd grader and graduating 12th grader to enroll their kids for some very skilled and fun-based, joy-based intensive for writing June 13th through 18th.
So when someone goes into the Fearless Catholic Writing Camp, how do they change when they come out?
Well, they no longer hate to write. If they came in, we have a large number of students who come in and just say, "Oh, I hate to write. My mothers are making me do this." Because people don't like to write, don't like to do things if they don't feel they have the skills. So we teach the students the skills so their confidence increases And when you increase confidence, then you can take joy in doing something. We also, because we have a very low student teacher faculty, we're able to really give the students lots of opportunities to ask questions and to get one-on-one instruction. So we have 2 professional faculty in every classroom and a teacher aide. And the size of the classes tends to be between 20 and 22.
Is there any particular kind of writing, or does the student need to have some sort of like goal that they want, or is this really just for anyone who's kind of interested in any kind of writing?
It's anybody who's interested. We teach poetry, fiction, personal essay, and sacred story.
Okay, so a lot of creative stuff.
A lot of it's creative writing, including traditional essay. But this year we're doing something very special called the Story Incubator.
Story Incubator, what's that?
Because we have a lot of kids who come to us. These are the kids who like to write already.
Okay.
And they come to us and they're like, I'm already writing a novel. I'm already writing a book. I've got this story I want to develop. And so we're going to have dedicated faculty and time within that week that the children or students, if they're teens, can work on these stories that they already sort of are bubbling over with.
Okay.
So it's a story incubator.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the story incubator for the kids who are already, exciting about that, and for kids who hate to write, this is a way to change that. It's not like a boot camp; it's more of a fun thing.
It's a joy camp.
Joy camp.
It's
There you
joy.
go. Nice. And it's going to be in person.
In person.
Okay, excellent. University of St. Thomas. This coming up this summer. Where would people go to sign up for that?
So they go to CatholicLiteraryArts.org.
Okay, and look for the Fearless Catholic Writing Camp.
And look under youth programs. Okay. And under youth programs, it will say Writing Camp.
Fearless Catholic Writing Camp. Okay, great. Now, on to the real subject. I just wanted to get that out of the way, but the real subject that you're here for today is actually a poetry contest. And Bernadette, you're going to be the MC for this. Did they give you a script or something, or are you just going to?
I think I'm going to wing it.
You're going to wing it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, you can do this. I
can talk a little bit about finding your voice because I went to the University of St. Thomas. I had a professor who was pretty tough on me, and all she kept saying the whole time is because I struggled with poetry. I really did well in creative writing and all the other subject areas of English, and then she said, but you have to take poetry and you have to find your voice.
Oh.
And I was like, find my voice?
What does that even mean?
Exactly. That's what I was like, what? And so, long story short, I wrote a poem about the voice that remains adrift because I never understood what she really meant. And so it actually got published a long time ago. So thankfully, I've been asked to work as an MC here, and that's my home school. So I'm excited about going back to the University of St. Thomas is like going home.
So did you ever find your voice?
I did.
You did? Okay. Well, what is that? What is that like, finding your voice? And what is it, poetry?
So in poetry, for me, I always felt like I had a voice in creative writing, like I said. But finding poetry, it's hard because you have to tussle with it. It's not like it's an easy thing to do. But you get so much grace, like trying to find that voice. It gives you brings over a piece, and then you get it out on paper, and that's when I think you're successful.
Yeah.
Is when you have. But it doesn't come overnight. So anybody who thinks they can find their voice overnight, good luck. But
yeah, you can write a poem without having a voice yet, right? There are forms out there that you part of the process of finding that voice is actually doing the writing.
Exactly.
Like, you don't just sit in a dark room until like, oh, there's my voice. I'm going to go write a poem now. It's part of the process, right?
Right.
Right, because that voice is going to come out on the page through every decision the writer makes. So where the line breaks, where the line ends, where the commas are, is there punctuation? Is there no punctuation? What are the words used?
Rhymes and rhythms.
And rhythms. Every voice. Every decision that writer makes. It's sort of like personality, Tim. Like your voice, or I should say Bernadette's voice and my voice here on the radio, they don't sound the same. There's personality, there's coloring, there's richness, there's humor, there whatever. But just like we have individual voices on the radio, every student and adult will have an individual voice on the page.
So now, here is the voice there in the person, and they need to find it before bring it out, or is it something that's not there yet, and they're forming it as they write?
It could be either way.
Could be either way. Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Well, it is because it's hard. I feel like you have a different voice for different genres of writing as well. So, like I said, writing comes so easy to me, creative writing, but poetry was not. That was so hard for me.
So poetry is one of those ways of finding that voice, especially in someone, a kid, like a middle schooler who's being educated, being formed. How do you see, this is a poetry contest that you have inaugurated. Why, how do you think a poetry contest plays into that process? When I was growing up, I was in marching bands, and it always felt weird to me that we would get scores and compete against other marching bands to see who wins. I'm like, this is an artistic form. Can't we all just make art? Why do you have a contest here?
Well, I think part of the good thing about a contest or any competition is that people try to do their best. Some people try to do their best all the time because that's how their parents have raised them, or that's the culture they're in. Some people, even myself, I when I enter a contest for my own writing, because I'm a professional writer and have been forever, I need a little spur, a little spark of excitement,
like a little extra
and
motivation.
A deadline.
There,
I need deadlines. I desperately need deadlines.
Ah, yes.
So. Otherwise, I'm just going to dream about the poem I could write, rather than sit down and write it and revise it. So the contest gives students a way to focus on a particular theme, and our theme this year is the spiritual works of mercy, because we want this contest to elevate and be inspirational for the students and the teachers' spiritual lives. So we chose a spiritual theme. And we want to give the students a deadline and a way to really focus and concentrate on the skills involved in writing poetry.
That's a great argument for it.
That's a way that you can think about it.
Yeah, actually, that speaks to me. That speaks to me. Having those external constraints kind of force you into it. It's a little bit of accountability, making it a contest. Okay, so I'm gonna ask about how
can
you
I interrupt?
judge it.
Because I was gonna say too, students who discover that they have a talent for writing, like they never knew, and then they go into this contest and they're like, "Wow, that's amazing!"
Yeah.
And they're like, "I never knew I had that talent."
Yeah, the young lady who won this Archdiocesan Poetry Contest 3 years ago, before Catholic Literary Arts was asked to take over the contest. She is won as Poet Laureate. She's been to summer camp now 3 years, because every first, second, and third place winner in this year's contest and previous year's the first place winner receives a complete paid scholarship to attend that intensive summer camp at UST.
Really? Okay.
She's now attended, she's part of our Teen Mentorship Program, which is a nationwide program to develop additional skills with teen writers. It runs fall and spring semesters. And she just last Thursday, I got a text, I was out of town, I got a text from her faculty mentor, Mr. Norson Fernandez, who used to be at St. Francis de Sales, that this young lady won 3 awards in the scholastic writing competition of this region.
Oh, wow.
So that's part of what we're trying to do, is help these young students grow in their skills so they can excel and get out there, take their voices. The world is wounded and desperate for the voice of believers, believers in Jesus Christ. And so we're hoping, and forgive me for going on so long.
Oh, no, that's what you're here for.
We're hoping to help these young students through this Archdiocesan Poetry Contest that Mrs. Drayback has agreed to MC the award ceremony for parents and the kids and their families. I mean, we want to help them get their voices out. to be affirmed and reaffirmed in their belief as Catholics or as Christians, and write about it in ways that even external organizations like scholastic writing competitions or whomever acknowledges their skill. That's just profoundly exciting to us.
And to bring your faith and your connection to Jesus into it as well.
That's the whole point.
That's what we got to have. So I want to hear the details now, or I want to be sure we get the details in about this competition. So when is the award ceremony going to be? How do people participate? What's the theme, and what does that theme look like? Go for it.
Okay, so the award ceremony is Tuesday, April 26th, 8:30 a.m. at the University of St. Thomas.
Okay.
The contest opened February 1st, and it ends at midnight, April 8th.
So you've got another month and a week maybe
About.
to...
If your child is enrolled in a Catholic school, contact the principal or whomever, like the instruction specialist.
Or the ELA teacher.
The ELA teacher.
Okay.
The schools, for the archdiocesan component, the schools pay a school registration fee, and then that allows their students to enter the contest.
So this is open to any Catholic school student?
Yes.
In those grades, yeah.
In the archdiocese, yes, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Okay.
Now we have a separate but equal parallel running contest for the homeschooling community, because they're,
We've got a lot of great homeschoolers that
vitally
listen
important.
right now. Yeah.
So they need to go to the website, look at the dates. They're offset by about a week. There'll be a separate awards ceremony and a separate ending date. But that contest is running, and in that situation, the parents just pay $2 per poem with a limit of 4 poems per student.
Oh wow, that music kind of snuck up on me there.
It did. It scared me.
The website is catholicliteraryarts.org, and all the information about the poetry is right there. Just in 20 seconds, spiritual works of mercy. What does that mean?
That means that you get out your catechism and look at instruct the ignorant, counsel the doubtful, admonish sinners, bear wrongs patiently, forgive offerings willingly, comfort the afflicted, pray for the living and the dead. And there we go.
So a good Lenten discipline, spiritual works of mercy. Write a poem about it, submit it to the Catholic Literary Arts. Bernadette Drabeck, principal at St. Rose of Lima, and Sarah Cortez, founder of Catholic Literary Arts. Thank you for joining us on the
Thank
Catholic
you,
Lunch
Tim.
Break. It's wow. Somebody turned my mic off there. Watch out, man. So we're not done yet. The music is still going, and I'm going to tell you about next week. Next week is super exciting. I want you to tune into the program. Put it on your calendar to listen on Monday at noon, because we are going to be doing a live on-location broadcast from the St. Catherine Convent, our Houston Dominicans. We're going to be there, and you're going to be able to hear our Vietnamese sisters talking from their native environment there. So keep listening to the Catholic Lunch Break, and keep listening to AM 1430. We'll be back next week and do it again. Until then, stay Catholic, Houston, and may God richly bless you.